The adventure of a lifetime. Aram Seya Virumbu. "27 volunteers hopped on a flight from London, paid for their own accommodation, food and travel, and took it upon themselves to start a journey."
So our flights, can you not vlog when I'm trying to vlog? So
I'll start vlogging first though.
No, I'm vlogging. Istanbul Laikram, but there's been a delay. So we're delayed for how long?
4 hours.
I'm trying to sleep and he's like constantly like pretty. Okay, anyway. Wow, this is Istanbul.
So then we got onto our next flight, travelled all the way to Colombo in Sri Lanka, and we took the coach to our first location, Upcountry.
Hi guys, இதுதான் மஸ்கலியா. நல்ல இடத்தா இருக்கு, டீ பிளான்டேஷன், நல்ல டீ குடிக்கலாம். என்னென்றால் எனக்கு பயமா இருக்கு இதால பார்த்தேன் நான். ஆனால் அப்பா அம்மா சொல்லிட்டீரா இந்த கணக்கு லீச்சஸ் இருக்கு அட்டையல், அது வந்து உங்களோட ரத்தம் எடுத்து இந்த சக் பண்ணுமெண்டு. ஸோ அதால் நான் போயில. அப்பா அம்மா இந்த வீடியோ பார்த்தா நான் நச்சாப்பில்ல, நான் இல்லாட்டி போய் பார்ப்போமா? இல்லை சும்மா ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு உண்மையாக பயமாக இருக்குது, நான் போயில.
Now we get on to the good stuff. So this is my favorite bit of the trip. We were able to run our own medical camps.
Well, have a look here. Wow, we have some medical equipment. We're going to do some medical checks.
Wow. Introduce the team.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Dr. Hisanth.
Huh? Oh, nice to meet Dr. Hisanth.
Hissy 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8.
That's enough.
So 15 of the volunteers that are interested in healthcare got into a 9-seater van and made it to their location.
What's going on?
Hi guys, welcome. So we're about to go for a medical camp. This is all the equipment, all the things to check up with.
There's like 5 things in there, by the way. It's pretty empty.
No, it's actually really heavy.
There's basically like 3 blood pressure machines and that's about it.
Oh, but can you show the location? So
the local people were made aware 2 days earlier that some healthcare staff were going to come from London to do some medical checks on them. Now we had a few limitations, unfortunately. So I was the only qualified doctor that was on this trip. The rest of us were medical students. So even though I am a working doctor in London, I am not qualified in Sri Lanka, so we weren't allowed to prescribe any medication. What we were able to do is basic medical investigations using our stethoscopes, blood pressure readings, BMI checks, and urine dips to help identify some serious conditions that would require urgent medical attention, and also educate regarding mental health, pregnancies, alcohol intake, and malnutrition. The nearest hospitals are 3 to 4 hours away, and because they're working long days, they don't have time to get medical checks done. We encountered people in their 60s and 70s that have never been able to have a health check done on them. This is the first ever time a medical camp has happened in this area, so the local people were very grateful, and we're hoping to put all of the data and information we've gathered into long-term solutions and plans, not just for Muscalia, but healthcare in general across the country. And along the way, we're hoping to inspire a whole new generation on healthcare and medicine. Although all of the volunteers wanted to stay as late as possible, it got too dark for us to do further medical checks, and we asked people to come back the next day. We then all came back to the accommodation alongside the other volunteers and had a huge discussion about our findings and what we can help with in the long term. Once we were done with our conversations and findings, I decided to take a nice cold shower because I didn't realize the boiler was supposed to be on. And of course I told the other volunteers about it.
Yeah, there's loads of hot water.
We then gathered ourselves to get to know each other, but not just ourselves, but also frogs, leeches, and also lizards. And let's not forget the wonderful bat that we saw as well. We also saw some things we didn't know about, but don't worry, none of the volunteers were scared. The night got later and later, and we all just became sleep deprived.
There's a stage. Good morning. இன்றைக்கு day 3. நாங்கள் ஒன்று மஸ்கலியாவில் இருக்கிறோம். இந்த வியூவை பாருங்க. இப்போ tea leaf trustக்கு போகிறோம். இது நல்ல பியூட்டிஃபுல்லான ஸ்கூல். கணக்கு women empowerment நடக்குது.
I have to tell you about the Tea Leaf Trust. This is Tim. Tim and his wife came to the area for a honeymoon in 2007 and realized how difficult some of these people had it. They noted that the people were uneducated and extremely below the poverty line, where 83% of the tea estate women suffered domestic violence and 85% of male tea estate workers are alcoholics and youth suicide rates are disproportionately high. They have done such an amazing job where the students he started off with are now teaching in full English to the new generation. Some of them have gone on to university to become police officers, lawyers, and doctors. Our volunteers were able to help by running small self-skills and CV workshops, teaching them how to run businesses in smaller groups, and also running English medium speaking classes. As well as being able to educate the teachers on mental health, first aid, and feminine hygiene so they can pass on their knowledge onto the students. With the money donated towards the Aram initiative, we were able to buy laptops, webcams, projector, computer speakers, school bags, feminine hygiene products, an emergency hardship fund of £2,500. Some of our volunteers were able to go with the teachers and speak to the local people.
Hey guys, so we're taking a trip to the local places to see what's going on here. In umbrellas. There's leeches. Oh, in the Tambi Varak.
Hello, Pookie Bears. Sorry. I am the view.
Hello.
I am the view.
I wanted the view and all these people.
Guys, the view.
Speaking to the local people and having an idea of their day-to-day life was very eye-opening. I struggle here without Wi-Fi. If there's no Wi-Fi for a minute, I pop off. I can't watch TikTok. But these people, there's just so much we need to appreciate. If you can watch this video, please be grateful.
என்ன பேர் உங்கள்ட?
Santos.
சந்தோஷ். உங்களோட பேர்?
Madisha.
மதுஷன். உங்களோட பேர்?
Madi.
மதி. உங்களோட பேர்?
George.
George.
ஜோர்ஜ். வாவ், நல்ல ஹீரோ பேர் வச்சிருக்கீங்க. வாவ். அங்க நிக்கிறோம் இப்போ. ஹாரிஸ். ஓ, நீங்க ஆக்டரா ப்ரோ? தமிழ் படம் நடிக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கு ஹீரோ.
The only difference between me, you, and the people there is they didn't have the opportunities that we've had. And that's something that we're trying to help with, and that's what Tea Leaf Trust has been doing for the last 17 years. For the Tamil uncles and aunties watching, நாங்கள் வந்து எங்களோட ஊருக்கு காசு அனுப்பினா மட்டும் காணாது. அந்த காசு அனுப்பி அவையில் ஒரு நாள் சாப்பிட்டா அந்த ஒரு நாள் மட்டும்தான் அவைகளுக்கு நல்லதாக இருக்க போகுது. நாங்கள் எங்களோட காசு அனுப்பி அவையில் அதால் ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ் துவங்கி செல்ஃப் ரிலையண்ட் ஆகினதான் உண்மையாக எங்களோட நாட்டு திரும்ப முன்னேறலாம். ஸோ அதுக்கு ப்ளீஸ் நீங்கள் என்ன ஹெல்ப் செய்யலாமோ, என்ன கம்பெனி, என்ன சேரிட்டியோ, என்ன ஆர்கனைசேஷனுக்கு இன்வால்வ் ஆகுறீங்களோ, ப்ளீஸ் அப்படி உங்களோட காசை பாவிக்க பாருங்க. உங்களோட சொந்தக்காரருக்கு ஒரு 100 பவுண்ட்ஸ் ஒரு மந்த்துக்கு அனுப்பி அவையில் அதில் வந்து செய்கிறது காணாது. வாழ்க்கை ஃபுல்லாக உங்களையே நம்பி தான் இருக்க போயிடும். அது அவைகளுக்கு தேவையில்லை. அந்த காசை அனுப்பி அவையில் எப்படி முன்னேறலாம்ட்டு அவைகளுக்கு அந்த உணர்ச்சி இருக்கு.
So a leech bit her, but we didn't have a plaster, nothing on us. So I got tissue and a shoelace, tied it up, and bish bash bosh. The bleeding.
Bash bash.
I mean, the bleeding's still there.
It's not.
Yeah, it's kind of worrying. Like the bleeding isn't stopping. Oh, look at the view. Wow.
So after one final night in Muscalia, we had to wave goodbye to our newfound friends. They taught us some little games that I was a bit too stupid to understand. And after waving goodbye, we made it onto the next part of our trip. This has just been my vlog. There were so many other volunteers on this trip that did so much that I haven't been able to put in. So all the volunteers, you guys did amazing. These are all the volunteers that were part of this trip, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.